the future. Let's bring in Democratic strategist and pollster Margie Omero and Republican strategist and senior vice president with the Winston Group, Myra Miller. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Chris.
Margie, the president wants to focus on what he can do administratively with executive orders, although he does plan simultaneously to campaign for public support. Very different strategy than he used in his first term, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the lesson really here for both Obama and for Congress is that voters want people to come to the table and find compromise on whatever the issue, whether it's climate change, whether it's reducing gun violence, whether it's jobs or the deficit. Voters want to see people coming to the table, and you've had a lot of Republicans in Congress who have had this really a failing strategy of just saying no to everything, and it's cost them elections. It cost them the presidency, it cost them in the Senate, and it's cost them support for Republican House candidates.
The president of Americans for Prosperity, which is, of course, the conservative super PAC founded by the Koch brothers, issued a statement. Here's what it said in part. The president's address read like a liberal laundry list with global warming at the top. Americans have rejected environmental extremism in the past, and they will again. The conservative argument being these policies cost jobs. They make the U.S. Less competitive against foreign markets. But you got to wonder, how big a fight, Myra, are the Republicans willing to get into on this?
Well, I thought it was a pretty aggressive speech from the president yesterday. I mean, his underlying premise in the speech was the economy is pretty much taken care of. I can move on to other issues like immigration, climate change, and marriage. To his base, he's saying it's taken me 4 years to fix the economy. Now I'm going to move on to some of your priorities.
Well, is that what he's saying? Is that how you heard it, Margie?
No, I guess maybe I was watching a different channel. I mean, I saw a president who talked very specifically about openness and diversity, and those are things that really we all share, and it's certainly a lesson from this election. And when you're talking specifically about climate change, a majority of Americans say that they feel, and this is according to Gallup and the Pew, it's happening now. It's something that scientists agree on. And perhaps more importantly, Yale found that a majority feel we can protect the environment while also improving the economy. Those things are not diametrically opposed. So I think for a lot of issues, voters, there may be partisan differences, but voters do not see the political battles and the hot rhetoric that we hear out of Washington. They don't want divisions. There's more consensus than division.
I do think, Myra, that there is a sense in this country, because there have been so many natural disasters, about the economic cost of that. One insurance giant says that natural disasters cost a total of $160 billion worldwide last year. Parts of the East Coast are still recovering from Superstorm Sandy, the Midwest dealing with a devastating drought. I mean, is there an area on climate change where Republicans can find some common ground with the president? And isn't the economic issue on the side of change?
Well, it isn't, to me, it isn't a matter of arguing whether or not one believes or does not believe in climate change. It really is, can he sell these initiatives in this economic environment? By about a 2-to-1 margin, people view the issue of energy as an economic issue rather than an environmental issue. So it isn't a matter of arguing whether climate change, if you believe it or not, is about in this economy. Can he sell that? Given the state of the economy, given that families are still struggling with cost of living, with energy and utility costs being a key driver of that, I think that's going to be a tough sell for him beyond his base.
Myra Miller, Margie Omero, more to come on this. Thank you so much.
Thanks
so
much.
Also making news this morning, record-breaking snow and freezing temperatures.